inside a Walmart. Not my Walmart, but the much bigger Walmart in Hempfield by where Greengate Mall used to be at. We're here today to just see what kind of new movies they have here. See if they got any new slipcovers. I know there were some that I saw online. I don't know in particular which Walmart they'll be at. I'm assuming they're going to be here because this is the bigger Walmart compared to the one that's closer to me. So we're about to find out because the movie section is right around the corner here. And it's also right next to the toys, so we can also check and see if any Lilo and Stitch stuff is over here. With the movie coming out pretty soon. Barney. Weird looking Barney. Hashtag not my Barney. This does have the Steelbook section, so we can at least take a look over here first. Yeah, my Walmart does not have this, but we got World War Z, we got the Super Mario Brothers Steelbook. Looks nice. Up here, Detective Pikachu, Dirty Harry, Renfield. Yeah, like I said, this is stuff that's not usually at my Walmart, so. Oppenheimer down there, Dark Crystal. Not a promising sign, because I thought this would be the side where I saw the slipcovers at. Let's check the new releases here. Got Paddington in Peru. Last Breath. I actually wanted to see that. Sonic 3. And then just most of the stuff we've seen before. Yeah, most of the stuff here we've already kind of seen already. What's on this side? Yeah, mostly just stuff we've seen before already. Mostly just recent stuff. The Super Mario and the Detective Pikachu Steelbooks are tempting, but I don't think I'm going to go ahead and buy those. Let's see what they got over in the regular section here. Yeah, see, they got the Futuramas marked down, but they're still like $10, $15. It's like, that's not worth it. As much as I love Futurama, I still don't want to spend that much on that. See what they got over here. They might have some new box sets here, maybe not. Maybe not here. We got Rick and Morty the anime. It's for $20. Nobody should ever have to sit through that. That's the worst thing Star Trek has ever done, and that's saying a lot. Just a random Beetlejuice down there. It looks like Slim Pickens over here, which is really not surprising because it was not a busy movie release week last week. Obviously, the week before having Honor and Paddington in Peru. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Lilo and Stitch isn't even here. The 4K of Lilo and Stitch. That came out this week. I'll show you that in just a little bit. But yeah, looks like... Oh! Spoke too soon because I see new stuff on the corner here. That's possibly a good sign going forward. That's pretty cool. Stitch Elvis. I thought these would be it. I thought there was like a new section of slipcovers, but no, this just looks like extra stuff. Spell 2. Misery. Nothing over here. It just looks like extra stuff they add here. I thought this would be the side with the slipcovers and all that, but maybe not. So I've been thinking about getting a PlayStation 5. I mean, I've been thinking about it maybe for a long time now, but considering the fact that Madden and college football are going to PS5 exclusive over the next couple of months, it might be a good time to start saving up some money for it. So I want to ask you guys out there, what's the best version to get? Because I want to get a version that has the disc with it too. But so you got the digital version here for $450, and then the regular version with the disc drive for $500. Some people have told me so far to get the Pro, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but that's something I'm thinking about doing over the next couple of months. Yeah, here's the PS5 Pro. That is $700 though. And here's one with Astrobot in there. Yeah, see, look, you got all these games coming out on PS5, and you're barely really getting anything on PS4 now. So yeah, I think I'm going to do it at some point, but let me know down below. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should get is what's the best option to get for a PS5? I could just get a disc drive on its own for $79, but I mean, if you get the regular one with the disc drive is only this one's only $450. Oh, because you get a voucher with that, but you do get the disc drive with that. So I don't know. Like I said, let me know down below. What do you think I should do about the PS5? What's the best option to get? I don't know. That's not the Barney I grew up with. But then again, the Barney I grew up with wasn't really that good either. Like Baby Bop, like what the heck? It's like that Baby Bop, like they all look kind of the same when I really look at it. BJ, Baby Bop, Barney, it's the eyes. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but see, that looks more like the Baby Bop I knew as a kid. But let's see. I'm trying to see where I can find the Lilo and Stitch stuff. I think it's down here. It's just a matter of where it could be at. We do got some Stitch right here, but this isn't the stuff I'm thinking of here. But you got Angel. They actually made a talking Angel version of the Stitch plush I have, the Real Effects ones, and I saw that a couple days ago. That's not what I'm looking for. Still got all this Garfield stuff up here from the Garfield movie last year. We got Odie. Got all these Harry Potter robes. Harry Potter robes and wands. See, you don't have to go to Epic Universe to get one. You can just get one right here. Old school strawberry shortcake, Rainbow Bright, Gem. Oh, look at this, Peppa Pig. Yeah, that's the baby size. That's only just those three. There you go. Doesn't look like they had them here, which I'm kind of surprised. The movie's coming out in a couple of weeks, so thought maybe they'd be here, but no, it looks like all Barbie stuff. I don't even know. I can't even find a specific section of where they might be at. We got these, but that's not it. We got Derpy Hulk right here. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. That's badass. There's only going to be one Blade, and I guess that's the case, because that Blade movie probably is never happening, but that's pretty awesome. But why the fuck would you make electric state pop figures? Who is going to buy this? Honestly. Why would you also make toys off of the Lord of the Rings, the War of the Rohirrim? Nobody wanted to go see the movie, and you're just basically doing stuff to waste money, pretty much. And again, we're all wasting money. I mean, look at what I'm doing. But that's cool, though. The Alien 3, The Runner. Not a good movie, but... Let's see if I can get a picture of... There it is. That's not bad. Well, maybe it's because maybe that's why it's on the clearance rack, like the Lord of the Rings one. And just like that, we're back from Walmart. Now, I wasn't going to get anything in there, but then when I came to slowly realize that, you know, I don't usually go out to this Walmart very often. This usually has much more stuff in there than my regular Walmart does. I figured, you know what? What the hell? I'll go ahead and get some stuff because, yeah, you know, I figured I saw some stuff in there that I really wanted. I could have waited. I could have just waited to get to some other point in time. But like I said, my Walmart doesn't usually have the stuff that I bought here. So I figured, why not get them? And as you know, there's only one Blade. And there's only ever going to be one Blade. Which, considering how the Blade movie from Marvel Studios is having a lot of trouble getting off the ground, yeah, this is probably more than likely not going to happen. This Marvel Studio Blade reboot's not happening anytime soon. But this is the Blade Funko Pop figure from Deadpool and Wolverine. So there it is right there, and then there it is inside of there. But it was one of 3 new editions that they put out, including Gambit and X-23. They did have X-23. They didn't have Gambit. So, but Blade, you can't go wrong with Blade. Gotta get my hand on that one. So I grabbed that. And then I also grabbed a couple of steelbooks I saw up there. I grabbed the Super Mario Brothers movie, the question mark, shaped like the question mark, gift thing that Mario uses. So he hits his head on it, and it gets him the coins and all that. Coin box, if you will. But yeah, really cool. Did not need to get it whatsoever. Completely unnecessary. I already have multiple copies of it, but my first time seeing it in stores, had to get my hands on it. And then we also have another Steelbook I don't need because I already have several copies of it, but you can never go wrong with that face right there. Detective Pikachu, the new Wal-Mart Steelbook edition of it. They were both $27. Like I said, my store does not carry a lot of this stuff, so yeah, I figured might as well get it because who knows? Next time I'm there, it's probably not going to be there anymore. But speaking of Steelbooks, we have some more right here, and yes, I can finally show you that I have Sonic the Hedgehog 3 now. The Hedgehog Steelbook. I was about to say Knuckles, but that's not Knuckles. But this is, of course, the Amazon exclusive Steelbook. And I had to open it because when I got my package, the disc was loose. So that's why it looks like it's already open. But this one is still very much sealed up. So I have both the Sonic the Hedgehog Steelbooks right here. And yeah, I'm really glad I got my hands on both of them. I was afraid I wasn't going to get them both because Walmart screwed me over on the original one. But hopefully with Captain America coming out this week, I won't have that same mistake again. But in terms of other releases I have here, we have one of the big releases from last week, Anora, the Criterion Collection edition on Blu-ray. Of course, this won Best Picture this year. One of my favorite films from last year. And Mikey Madsen was, she was something in this movie. I mean, this is a really great Blu-ray case in general, and you get like a little magazine in here with her on the front of it, and it feels like an actual magazine too. I mean, the Criterion Collection does not fuck around with this stuff, and of course you get 2 Blu-rays with it. So very happy to have that in my collection overall. Great movie. Really looking forward to checking it out again. I just watched it again last night, actually. I just watched it again last night. So, and then of course, if you have a Nora on Blu-ray, you got to get it on videotape. I mean, come on, who doesn't have a video copy of this? No, actually, I found this on Mercari. I was shopping I was looking along there, and it's just like, I saw this on there, I had to get it. It was only about $17 overall. I thought it was something from Valishard Tapes, which I bought in tapes from them before, but no, this is a different this is different altogether. I don't even know where this came from. I looked on Etsy, because sometimes you can look on there and find something, but they're not on there either. But this is actually shaped like a Columbia TriStar home video release, even though they're not the company that put this out. But it even has the Columbia TriStar sticker in there. I don't know if the movie actually is on here or not, but regardless, it's a cool looking thing. I like this movie a lot, so I figured, what the hell, go ahead and pick that up. It was only $17, but of course the other big new release this past week was also Paddington in Peru, which I got my hands on the Blu-ray version of this. I actually found the Anora, Paddington, and the last thing I'm going to show you here on eBay, so I got them all from eBay, so that's why they came a little bit late than usual, but good movie overall. Definitely the weakest of the Paddington movies, but still a pretty good movie overall. And then last but not least, in this deck here, we have Lilo and Stitch, the 4K set. This really nice looking 4K set in particular, with Lilo and Stitch on the hammock and the spaceship in the background. This great looking watercolor design. This is the 4K Blu-ray and DVD version, digital version of it. Of course, getting ready for the new movie coming up in a couple of weeks, which I'm still looking forward to. But there you go. That came out. That's the big new release for this particular week. But there you go. Those are all this right here are all the big things I've gotten over the last week or so. But you know what? We're not going to end it here. We're going to go ahead and get back to the DVD and Blu-ray collection. So let's just go ahead and jump right to it. Alright, so we're actually downstairs. We're going to change it up a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and look at the 5 bags that I have down here. Because here's one, and then over there you can see 4 more underneath all that stuff over there. We're going to eventually get to the other stuff over here, but we're focusing on the bags right now. So let's just go ahead and just jump right on into it. So first off, we have Selma, Top 5, Project Almanac, the Ice Age Disney Movie Club Edition set, the Peanuts Movie Disney Movie Collection set, Coming to America, the Girls Rule Collection with Mean Girls, Clueless, and She's the Man, Dragnet, another Knives Out. This is the Walmart wall paint exclusive, I guess, paintball exclusive, if you will. The Steelbook for Dread, Hot Shots 1 and 2. This is an international steelbook, and this has never been released on Blu-ray before. I don't know why, especially with Top Gun Maverick. I feel like now would be the perfect time to re-release this, but unfortunately this does not work on my regular Blu-ray player, but I wanted to get that because I love those movies. The Bad News Bears, the original, Starsky and Hutch, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, King Kong vs. Godzilla, The Witches, Runaway Train, Adventureland, Mr. Mom, City Slickers, Get Shorty, Elizabethtown, Freaky, the John Hughes Collection featuring Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, She's Having a Baby, Pretty in Pink, and Some Kind of Wonderful. Love and Monsters, very underrated movie, came out in the year of 2020 during the pandemic. The All-Nighter, should have been a lot better than I thought it was, but it's still pretty fun. Plus, Susanna Hoffs, jeez. The Croods, A New Age. Irresistible, directed by Jon Stewart, starring Steve Carell. Not as good as his movie Rosewater he directed before, but I still liked it. Batman Soul of the Dragon. Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween. The Ocean's 11 Trilogy. D3, The Mighty Ducks. D2, The Mighty Ducks. And then The Mighty Ducks. First two are the best ones. The Freshman. And then here's all of the Deadpool exclusive slipcovers when Deadpool 2 came out. We've got Revenge of the Nerds, 127 Hours, City Slickers, Edward Scissorhands, Office Space, Fight Club, My Cousin Vinny, Predator, Castaway, and that's not a Deadpool cover, but a great movie, though. The Hate You Give. Very underrated film from a couple years ago. Batman Beyond, the complete series on Steelbook. This was the Wal-Mart edition. The Strange, Season 2, and then there's Season 1, obviously not in order. Small Soldiers, which I probably could get rid of this because the Steelbook's coming out for that pretty soon. The Waterboy, Mouse Hunt, Jetsons the Movie, Johnny English, the 3-movie collection, Saving Mr. Banks, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Juice, Tupac Shakur is great in that, underrated Jodie Foster directed film Money Monster, and Tom Hanks in The Burbs. Central Intelligence, $1 Million Arm, Fences, the original release of Basketball from Universal. Is there anything on here? There's bonus features on here, so I probably will keep that one, even though I have the Mill Creek one upstairs. The Terminal, what an underrated Tom Hanks movie, directed by Steven Spielberg, one of his best movies. Great film. Ed TV, really good movie, directed by Ron Howard, kind of got overshadowed by The Truman Show. Enchanted, great movie, avoid the sequel. Another great Jodie Foster movie, Home for the Holidays. Michael Jordan to the Max. Sylvester Stallone and Oscar, great movie, very underrated movie from him and John Landis. Marissa Tomei is in this movie too, really, really good movie. Another really good underrated film, Michael Bay's The Island, starring Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson. Bowfinger, Heavy Metal, yeah. Goon, Last of the Enforcers, which I don't know why the original Goon isn't here, but I have that too. San Andreas, really good action movie and a really cool lenticular right here from Best Buy. Road Trip, another one I could probably get rid of because Kino Lorber's putting out a new version soon. Private Parts, great fucking comedy, man. Paul Giamatti in here, you are the motherfucking Antichrist. WANBC. Okay. Vampire in Brooklyn, certainly not one of Eddie Murphy's best movies. Definitely not that. Eddie Murphy's best ever, but cool concept overall. Another one I could probably get rid of because the Shout Factory's putting a new version out of this. Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Another great movie, man. Did not get the proper attention it deserved, but it definitely deserved it. Ghost, another Paramount Presents edition. I've got a couple of these we'll look at. Shaft, not a great movie, but certainly a lot better than I think most people gave it credit for. Overlord, very underrated movie. I think this is directed by the same guy that did, if I'm not mistaken, Brave New World. No, that's not him. I thought it was I think it's not. I don't know. That could be the same director, but I don't think it is. Saludos Amigos and the Three Caballeros. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Jingle All the Way. Put the cookie down. No. Doc Hollywood. Balto. Classic. Don John. Another great underrated movie. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Scarlett Johansson. Directed by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, too. Piglet's Big Movie, Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin, which is basically taking the Winnie the Pooh poster because Kangaroo are not in this movie whatsoever. Not Another Teen Movie. Klaus, the Netflix movie. Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus. The Christmas Chronicles. Weird Al Yankovic, Apocalypse HD, and Happy Thank You More Please, directed by Josh Radnor from How I Met Your Mother. Really good movie. Really good movie. Next up, Instant Family. The Man Who Invented Christmas, the story of the man who created a Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens. Ocean's 8, pretty good prequel. Not really a prequel, but a spin-off with a all-female cast. You got Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, Awkwafina, Rihanna, Helena Bonham Carter. Red Sparrow, Paddington 2, and of course the original Paddington, which I can put all three of them together now. Beauty Shop, Barbershop The Next Cut, Barbershop 2, and of course the original Barbershop. Breaking In, Hidden Figures, 8 Crazy Nights, Michael Jackson's This Is It, The Angry Video Game Nerd Movie, The Best of James and Mike Mondays, Coyote Ugly, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, Bad Times at the El Royale, Rock and Rolla, 8 Below, The Crew, Pokemon Indigo League Season 1, Steelbook of the Prestige, Big Trouble, Tag, The Legend of Tarzan, Murder on the Orient Express, Brave, Girls Trip, Frankenweenie, Game Night, Tangled, and the George C. Scott Christmas Carol. Superman the Movie, the extended cut. This is the 3-hour-long version from TV. Major Pain. Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within. Scary Movies 1 through 3. True Lies. This is the original Blu-ray release I picked up from Stinky Tuna, because I saw Durant Cinema's video where he got that. Little Prince. Great underrated movie, directed by the guy who did Kung Fu Panda. Grindhouse. Despicable Me 3. Mother. Puss in Boots, Olaf's Frozen Adventure, and Sicario Day of the Soldado. The House with a Clock in Its Walls, Crazy Rich Asians, Moonlight, Cinderella, The Help, My Little Pony the Movie, Legend of Evergreen, The Equestria Girls, Sully, Shape of Water, The Disaster Artist, People Like Us, another very underrated film, Lincoln, Battle of the Sexes, and Bad Teacher. Brewster's Millions, Pete's Dragon, Southside with You, the story of how Michelle and Barack Obama met, really good movie. Smallfoot, Storks, Batman Death in the Family, Kevin Hart, What Now, Queen of Katwe, I Am Number 4, The Magnificent Seven, The Hitman's Bodyguard, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, When Harry Met Sally, Matinee, Pinocchio, The Founder, It's a Wonderful Life, the Pixar Short Films Collection, all three of them actually, 1 through 3, Memoirs of an Invisible Man, the triple feature set of Chasing Amy, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and Clerks, Will Ferrell Collection with the Campaign, Old School, Blades of Glory, and Semi-Pro, Annihilation, Frozen's 1 and 2, the Target exclusive, the Bourne Collection in Steelbook form, the Christmas Specials Collection in Steelbook, Megamind, Forrest Gump, Love and Mercy, terrific film, Blockers, and Into the Woods. I guess before we get to the last one, I'll show you some of the stuff that's over here. The Ninja Turtles collection. There's the Mad Men collection. That 70s Show, News Radio, The Larry Sanders Show, True Detective, Popeye, Gotham, Michael J. Fox collection, Quantico, Legends of Tomorrow, Kim Possible, The Flash, Schitt's Creek, TBS compilation DVD. How I Met Your Mother back there. Seinfeld's right over there. Batman, the Al Pacino collection. One of my Back to the Future sets with the lighted flux capacitor. The Gotham Complete Series set. Coach, The Cosby Show. The 20th Century Fox 75th Anniversary Collection. The Beavis and Butthead Collection. Justified. The Woody Allen Sony Pictures Collection. Workaholics, The Complete Series. Fargo. True Detective, The Complete Series. A couple of Conan compilation DVDs. And that's all for right now over here on that. Last bag here, we have The Bridge on the River Kwai. The Post. My dog is playing with his toy over there. Wes Anderson 2-film collection with Isle of Dogs and the Fantastic Mr. Fox. Legend of Korra. Avatar The Last Airbender. South Park Seasons 6 through 10 and Seasons 1 through 5. The Rush Hour Trilogy. War for the Planet of the Apes. Tommy Boy and Black Sheep. Big Hero 6. Office Christmas Party. Kong Skull Island. Tomorrowland. The Disney Short Films Collection. Ralph Breaks the Internet. And of course you have the original Wreck-It Ralph. Much better film. The BFG. Logan Lucky. Detroit. The Big Sick. Tomb Raider. The Maze Runner Trilogy. And then Lawrence of Arabia. The Steelbook. Last Action Hero. The Ice Harvest. Ali. The MST3K reunion show from Riff Tracks. Surviving Christmas. Collateral. The Leonardo DiCaprio collection with Shutter Island, The Aviator, Blood Diamond, and Body of Lies. Everybody Wants Some. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. LA Confidential. And Heat. Bohemian Rhapsody. And Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. Fighting with My Family. What Men Want. Isn't It Romantic? The Upside. Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Glass Split Unbreakable East Trail 177 Trilogy. I Am the Night. And the Star is Born Encore Edition. Trading Places. The Golden Child. Christopher Robin. First Man. Sorry to Bother You. Black Klansman. Celebrating Mickey. School Days. The Girl in the Spider's Web. Widows. Night School. The Purge 4-film collection. A Simple Favor. And Teen Titans Go to the Movies. I'll actually do these couple rows here real quick. We got Coraline, Paranorman, and the Box Trolls. The Arrow edition of Hugo. Some Criterions here. Something Wild. The War of the Worlds. And Time Bandits. Also the Three Colors Trilogy. The War of the Worlds and When Worlds Collide. Jurassic Park. One of the Steelbooks. 2 Steelbooks, actually. The 25th anniversary collection. This is actually the first Blu-ray set I've ever owned. 4K set I've ever owned. Not the first 4K set I ever owned right here. This Jurassic Park 25th anniversary collection. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. With Jaws inside of there, as you can see, as well as Jurassic World 3D. All of the Expendable movies on Steelbook. And then this box set here with the first 2 movies. And then over here we've got Rango, Flight, Last Holiday, the Jack Reacher movies, Patriot Games, Trolls 1 and 2, and then of course Trolls Band Together's right there. G.I. Joe Retaliation, Cloverfield, 10 Cloverfield Lane, Source Code, Almost Famous, Tintin, Katy Perry, Part of Me, The Fighter, True Grit, I don't know what that one in the middle is, No Strings Attached, Super 8, we got The Last Picture Show on Criterion, 400 Blows, Mean Streets, Beauty and the Beast, the live-action remake, has to have it for the Steelbook, Do the Right Thing, the Steelbook from Target, Do the Right Thing, and Malcolm X, both of them signed by Spike Lee. The Hunger Games 10th Anniversary Collection, the Hunger Games 4-movie collection on Steelbook, we have The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes on 4K, the Best Buy exclusive box set on Steelbook of all the movies, the Hunger Game films. Thor Ragnarok, this has all the Thor movies on here, including Ragnarok on a slipcover, on a regular Blu-ray. I have Thor's 1 and 2 in here. Mission Impossible Fallout with all the Mission Impossible movies. This mini Steelbook I got for John Wick Chapter 3. We'll go over here. The Hunger Games, the first edition. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker, Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Captain America, The First Avenger, The Avengers original release, Iron Man 3, The Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Civil War, Black Panther, the original Black Panther release, and then the first 2 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter. We have The Revenant in steelbook form, and then the animated Beauty and the Beast on 4K. Oz the Great and Powerful, Kung Fu Pandas 1 through 4, including the recent edition. Noah, the Target exclusive with the wood slipcover. Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, Anchorman's 1 and 2, all the How to Train Your Dragon movies, the Transformers movies I care about, Transformers, Dark of the Moon, Revenge of the Fallen, first one, Dark of the Moon maybe not so, Revenge of the Fallen not so much, but Bumblebee, the steelbook for that, Weird Science, the DreamWorks Ultimate Holiday Collection, you can see the Willy Wonka set right there, and the Star Trek Collection on DVD, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, the Target exclusive, Everything Blue edition of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Kingpin, South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, Team America World Police, Beverly Hills Cop Collection, Airplane, which has Police Squad inside of it. Yeah, I know it says Airplane, but if you take it out of the packaging, you see... It's hard to do this with one hand. There we go. Police Squad. I did it mostly because I got the Airplane steelbook, but I wanted to keep the slipcover for that, so that's why I held on to that. But this is Police Squad, the complete series on Blu-ray. And there's The Naked Gun, all the movies in there, including the 2 from Warner Brothers. There's the Airplane steelbook right there. Wayne's World steelbook, Wayne's World 1 and 2. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles films, then the 2 Michael Bay produced ones. Jennifer's Body, the steelbook. Ender's Game, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie steelbook, and then Sponge Out of Water. On the bottom here, Sausage Party, The Polar Express, the Star Trek films on Blu-ray, all of them, including Star Trek Beyond and Star Trek Into Darkness and the 2009 film. Home Alone 2 movie collection, Home Alone on steelbook, those are the Best Buy exclusives. Dunkirk, the Lego Ninjago movie, Whiplash, the Kingsman collection, all the Kingsman movies on steelbook. Sausage Party and the Polar Express. I don't know if I mentioned those already, but Split, then Get Out, Us, and Nope. Godzilla vs. Kong. Challengers and Civil War. Then we have MASH. I believe that's It Follows or Southpaw. It's either It Follows or It Follows. Superbad, Southpaw, Straight Outta Compton, Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story, Scarface, Scrooged, Unbroken, the Zombieland movies, Hercules, the Dwayne Johnson film, RoboCop, the Arrow steelbook, Sin Cities 1 and 2, Elf, and Zoolander. Lovecraft Country, the HBO series, Harley Quinn seasons 1 and 2, True Romance, the Dark Knight trilogy, El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie, District 9, Star Trek Discovery. Jason Isaacs actually signed that for me at the Steel City Con once. That's season 1, season 2, season 3, and then the last season. And then Star Trek Picard season 1, 300, Lady and the Tramp, Meg 2, The Trench. This is the Best Buy steelbook. Strange New World season 2, the final season of Picard, The Way Back, The Blind Side, $1 Million Baby, and Any Given Sunday. And then actually, no, this is not all the seasons of Bluey. The first 3 seasons of Bluey. I've got seasons 2 and 1 here somewhere. As you can tell, a lot of these are out of order. But the Twilight Zone season 2, season 1's right there. Wild Things, the Pink Panther Classic Cartoon Collection from Kino Lorber. Season 1 of Louie. Orange is the New Black, season 3. There's season 2. Blacklist, season 1, 2, 3. The first 4 seasons of American Horror Story, Orange is the New Black, Jack Ryan, season 2 of Orange is the New Black, Veep, season 6, all the seasons of The Newsroom, and then, of course, The Twilight Zone, the complete series of Fringe, and the complete series of Friday Night Lights. And then this will be the last setup I'll do here for today. The Tosh.0's Blu-ray Seasons 1 and 2. Insecure. The original Home Alone 2 film collection. All the seasons of Girls. I think that's all the seasons. No, there's stuff on the bottom too. American Crime Story, The People vs. O.J. Simpson, and last but not least here for the day, Lethal Weapon. So there you go. That's a little bit of a preview of all the movies downstairs. I did a couple of rows. I did the bags down there. So I figured, why not do those? I was going to go ahead and finish the bags up here, but I'll save those for the next time around. We got a lot of more movies to get to, is what I'm trying to say. So you saw all the movies that I saw there. I gave you a little bit of a taste of what's behind all those. There's still stuff behind those DVDs down there on those shelves that I haven't gotten to yet. But yeah, like I said, this is going to take a while to do. So brace yourself, bear with me, and we're going to get through this. So with all that said, that's going to do it for this episode of Movie Stop. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, check out the previous 2 episodes I did. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification button, and the bell. And with all that said, I'll see you guys next time. And until then, as always, take care.